We never come forward and say we don't need capital.
9 o'clock on the dot, no you should check me. Here for an hour, I promise this talk is heavy. I'm cooking, just get it started, don't go asking if it's ready. As I told you that we was cooking, this compliments to the chef, let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cooking the Late Night. We are officially here, episode 3. I told y'all we was coming back this season and we not playing games. We on your head, boy. All right, honestly, I'm going to get fired from my own show. But, you know, with this episode tonight, man, we have another amazing show lined up for you guys. I had to tap the homie. My guy, J Law, is coming through tonight. And when I tell you, we going to talk to the GOAT himself. I'm super excited to kick it with my dog because, I mean, in terms of this creative space, you got to make sure your circle is inspiring you, right? It says if you hang around 4 broke people, you about to be the 5th. Well, I hang around nothing but creators, and let me tell you something. It's why we are where we are today. With that said, my girl Carter Sade got the Renegade report. We're going to go ahead and tap in with her. Check us out. Let's go, Carter.
Hey Cook, as you know, I am just getting back from the Hey New Friends vacation to Cabo, Mexico, and although I love my community, event planning is super tiring. I'm happy to be back in the DMV in my own space with, you know, a chance to reset and get back into this, like, you know, bringing you guys the Renegade report. So as you know, I love to travel. I love to be out and amongst creatives and in the city, and I just wanted to plug you guys in this week with an event that is happening on Friday. That's right, y'all. It's Tuesday night, so Friday night, you have the opportunity to check out the best R&B party in the city, and I'm going to say the best R&B party because I personally got to experience it for myself, the very first one, once the doors open to, you know, being outside again because the pandemic had us in-house, held hostage for a while. So once the doors open back up, NY came, he brought it to us, guys. NY bought us the best R&B party that hit the DMV, and it's back. And this month, it's even better, guys. Mario is in the building. Y'all know, braid my hair, Mario. Like, I'm definitely a Nike's fresh out the box Mario, and he is back. That was my favorite song. But he is back, and he is performing live at this party on Friday. So if you have nothing to do, or if you just want to be amongst creatives, vibing out, hitting your 2-step to the R&B music, pull up on us on Friday at 9 p.m. That's fine. So as you heard me say, y'all, I'm already looking for what to do next, but you got to be budget friendly, and traveling is expensive. I know y'all seen travel wars right now, and tickets, they running them up. So we need to start planning things in our own community or attending events in our community where we don't got to break the banks, because y'all know we creatives. We got projects that we working on, and we need to keep it within the budget. So I need y'all to pull up on October 2nd to Broccoli City Festival. Broccoli City is something that we do every year, and they're back this year with Little Baby, Snow Allegra, Moneybag Yo, Lucky Day, to name a few. And we even have our very own Mochella performing live. So that is October the 2nd. If you're looking for a concert, check out the one that's happening in our backyard. Okay, family. So before I leave you, I definitely want to plug you in with a tip. This is something that I want to start doing weekly with you guys, because as a creative, sometimes I do need encouragement, right? You need encouragement. I need encouragement. And so in order to encourage myself, I'm going to encourage you guys. So today's tip is to stay the course. Stay the course, no matter what it is that you're doing. I know that sometimes we feel like we have 50 million ideas, so many things that we want to execute, and that we're on a timeline. But the reality is that everything that you need to get things done is in your hand. You are your resource. You might not need to look towards a community, but you might need to look within yourself. And when that becomes heavy and taxing and tiring, take a second, step back, take a mental health day, and then get back to it, because you are your resource. You are your biggest advocate, and everything that is in your heart to do, all those dreams and visions that you have about your future, can definitely come to pass if you stay the course.
Hey, Carter, I appreciate you tremendously. You know what? I don't even know what else to do in the district besides connect with you. You the plug for real. We gonna really jump into it. But y'all watching at home, y'all see who here. You see who's sitting in this chair right here. My guy Law. What's up, Brody?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
Sheesh, trying to be like you out here, you know?
No, I'm just out here creating. That's what I do, you feel me? I don't keep it too heavy, just keep it light, keep it moving.
Yo, Mr. Triple Double no assist though. Like, cause like you running up, like people at home, can I just say, like, I was like, yo, Law, you know, you an artist, you know, hey, bro, bring something through. He was like, everything's sold, bro. I'm out. Like, I'm out. But honestly, though, you have your work in how many places right now?
It's two galleries. Busboys and Poets in Baltimore, you know, they just opened up back in May. So it was a blessing. I applied to be on their wall, and one of my pieces actually just got sold last week. So I had to revamp it with a new one, and then Supreme Gallery over in Owings Mills. I was able to connect with Nicole, and I have the whole wall there. We actually had a big event 2 weeks ago there. I have about 15 pieces of my work on that wall. So it's crazy how things come. You know, I just take it in stride, and it's a blessing.
Look, man, the standard of digital artistry. But for those who are tapping in for the first time and like really getting to understand you, like, please introduce yourself to the good people out there.
Yeah, most definitely. Everybody, my name's J Law, Jordan Lawson. I'm a digital artist, art curator. Like I always tell Cook, just a creator of dope shit. Like pretty much from the experiences, from my artwork, I just want to create things that affect other people. And I think that's a big thing. And the main mission of my artwork is what comes from inside my brain affects people outside of me. And that pretty much what keeps me going. I'm part owner of an art collective, Creatively Mindful, where we do art shows. Plan on bringing that back this year. I'm just here, bro.
Yeah, I've been watching Esther's page, hoping he leaked the information because you just got if it's gonna come from anywhere.
Exactly.
I mean, it's gonna be that account. But I mean, honestly, bro, like as an artist, let me ask you this because see, for me, I was always big into art. Like when I was young, I sketched Dragon Ball Z characters. Like I was into all that, but it was never presented or viewed as a valuable career option, right? Like, so for you, like, when did that click and you're like, yo, I can actually be something in this lane?
It's crazy because it's the same thing here. Growing up, you know, my parents always told me go to college, you know, get a good paying job, pay your bills, things like that. But it wasn't until my senior year of college where I actually had the opportunity to be introduced to, you know, the art world and to be a artist and to, you know, sell artwork for yourself and sustain your own through your artwork. And it was just a mind-blowing like concept because even before then, if we back it up, you know, I had a internship in high school for the government that, you know, I kept after I graduated high school, paid for my school and things like that. So I already had like my life planned out how it was going to go because I had these opportunities in high school. But it's funny how life works. If it wasn't for my senior project class where I knew that I could do art shows and galleries and, you know, sell my work and things like that, it was just a great feeling for something to come strictly from me, from my mind. I put it on canvas and somebody sees it in the gallery and they buy my work. Wow. So it took one sale, bro. And it took one sale to me to be like, this is really something I want to do because even while I'm in school, you got to think that's 5 years since I was working with the government. I was still working with them when I had my first gallery show. And everything that I did, you know, comes from my ideas, but it's somebody else telling you what to do. You know what I mean? So to have that creative freedom, you know, as an artist, I think that's one of the main perks of the job is, you know, you work in everything from yourself and you have that freedom and you have, you know, all those things going for you, whereas nobody over, you know, looking you saying, okay, you have to do it like this. The client doesn't like that, things like that. So I think that my senior class, that's where it all sparked for me. And I had that senior show. And from there, you know.
So what was your trajectory looking like before that? Like in terms of like majoring in college, like what were you majoring in?
Yeah, so I was majoring in digital art and design, and I was doing that since high school. I went to a magnet school, Western Tech in Catonsville. Shout out to them, and I pretty much did graphic design there. Okay. Went to college, did graphic design there, but it was always in the field of, you know, creating pamphlets, brochures, you know,
tedious
logos.
Things.
Exactly. You know, things for branding a company and things like that, which is cool. And I definitely enjoy that type of work. But to get to the other side of the creativity, I learned that during my senior year of college. And, you know, can't look back from that.
So you make one sell. And I mean, you turn into like the Pablo Escobar digital art, like, you know what I mean? Just taking over territory. But in terms of actually recognizing this is a valuable option, right? Mm-hmm. the first step for a lot of people is what was the first step in actually getting yourself on that path? Like, all right, I recognize I want to be somewhere else. How do I get on that road? What was that step for you?
So honestly, it was just doing it. And I think the main thing that I always struggled with was I had things in my head, but I was always afraid to take that leap to just do it. So after I had that first show of my senior showcase, it was like, okay, I know the blueprint of applying for shows, getting my artwork out there for people to see, and then I sell myself when I'm at the shows. So after that, I was looking at just shows in D.C., New York, Philly. That first year after I graduated college, I was on road. Like, I still worked, of course, you know what I mean? So Monday through Friday, I was home. But every weekend, I was somewhere else selling my artwork, doing festivals, things like that, just to get my work out there. And you just gain as much confidence the more you do it. So I always want to tell people, like, it can always be in your head, but it's never going to become reality unless you just go out there and try it.
So the dope thing about even seeing your work, right? Because I got put on to you through a third party person. I can't even say mutual friend because I don't even stay in touch with the person for real. Like, shout outs to her though, she dope. Right. You know what I mean? But you know, one thing that really put you on my radar was your Kill Mo series and your Whoa Dummy series. Right. Like, I copped the shirt. I still have the shirt somewhere. I feel like I do. If my ex didn't take it. It's like, nah, but joking. This is late night entertainment, people. But nah, so that experience, like, I love that because, yo, if you're in the DMV area, Baltimore and Maryland are two different worlds. Exactly. So talk about being from Baltimore and doing an experience that's inclusive of Maryland. Like, where did that come from?
It honestly, the idea came from me just driving to work. I used to work really, really early, like 5 a.m. And on the highway 695 in Baltimore, it has literally a sign exit for Washington and for Baltimore. So it was one of those type things where I'm looking up like, this concept is so simple. I mean, the most simple concept that you can think of, but it means so much because we're two different worlds, but we're only 45 minutes away. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the whole DC and Baltimore thing, you know, I call it a friendly rivalry because honestly, it's all love. But at the end of the day, it's so many differences from our culture, from the food, from the way we talk, from
music.
The slang,
well, from the way y'all talk for the rest of the world. Nah, chill. I'm gonna lose my Baltimore pass. I ain't never gonna be welcome. But for real. But it's a whole different world, right? Exactly. But you saw that vision, and for any creative out there, I hope you guys understand how pivotal those early mornings or late night inspirations can be. Like, it's funny because I think you were tweeting. You just tweeted the other day, like, you know, being up at this hour. Like, I see the vision. Like, I want to stay focused. Exactly. I mean, talk about those hours that you put in that they don't see when the shirt's fresh on them. Like, exactly, what goes into those creative hours for you?
It's just. And I think I actually said this in the tweet, it's just the time for reflection. A lot of times, you know, it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m. That's the time where it's not much going on in the world. You know what I mean? During the day, I still have client work that I do, you know, work for myself. But, like, in the nighttime, I'm able to really sit back, look at my work, how I can improve it, new ideas and things like that. And I really get that time to really just decompress a little bit, look at it, and see how I can be better because, like I said, I want this so bad, bro. Like, I don't even think I'm at the top of my game, and just the want and the need to be better, it's just that fire that I have, you know, in my stomach to just keep it going, to just, I don't know, I kind of lose words sometimes thinking about it because it means so much, you feel me? So,
but that's when it's real, right? That's when it's different because it's something that, although you haven't found the words, every creative watching this knows that feeling like that. Exactly. Oh, it's right there. Like, I can make it happen. Like, it's on me, right? That's the difference when you talk about the job that you may previously had and pivoting to your career. Like, everything in front of you is on you. Right. Exactly. And it's like, if I have to bet on anything in this world, I'm going to bet on me. Exactly. I could do that. Like, I could pull through, right? Like, I could show up for me because who else would? Exactly. And so, you know, I think that goes to, like, just that mindset and that hunger that you have. And the one thing that I love that you did with this approach, right? Yeah, you a digital artist that's already making bank, already doing their thing, right? Mm-hmm. You connected with a couple people and started a whole nother collective for other artists.
Exactly.
Tell people a little bit about Creatively Mindful and how that sparked up.
Yeah, that one's actually as organic as I feel like it can get. You know what I mean? During, 2016, 2017, I was really heavy on doing art shows, had my work in galleries, things of that nature. And for people that maybe don't know, in the art game, if you're represented by, another space or another gallery, they usually take a percentage of your artwork. So it's all part of the game, never hate the player, hate the game. But at the end of the day, if I'm able to make a difference in things that I really didn't like as an artist, because, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into your work, you work hard on it, and for you to sell your work and somebody take 35 to 40%, it's like, I understand. It's it's
just to be in a room, cuz.
Right, I'm just this the entry fee.
This just to say hi to y'all. Like, wow.
Like I understand the business, but it's just something that just didn't sit right with me. So if I ever had the opportunity to, to offer that to somebody else, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So, a couple of my friends, we got together and started an art show, the St. Pablo Art Show. That was the first one we had in 2016. And from there, it's just taken off to the main thing that we, provide artists is we don't take any percentage of the work that they sell. So it's 100% that they take home. And artists just love us for that because we're really looking out for them first. You know what I mean? It's not all about just the profit and the dollar, but to give these artists another platform to promote their work in front of a new audience I can't ask for anything else. So for me to go through, I feel like the struggle myself, I'm like, okay, how can I make it easier for the next person? And I'm always type of person to give and, to spit game to somebody because I will somebody do that to me. You know what I mean? So anything that I would want, I always try to give to somebody else.
What's not really talked about enough in the space is just how far free game can really go for a creative, right? Mm-hmm. Because, it's not that people don't want to do the research. You just don't know what you don't know, exactly. Right? And to say to an artist, oh, you just got to get out there, right? Mm-hmm. Well, get out where? Like, do you want me to go in the middle of the street and just hold up a sign saying I sell art? Exactly. And for you to take that journey and then along the way stop and say, hey, y'all, that route that y'all taking, it's the scenic route. Exactly. And not even the scenic route. It's the scenic route with tolls. Exactly. they gonna tax you on that side too. And so what you all did as collective now, from a consumer's perspective, I went to a reason to dress up too. I believe it was 2 years ago. Yep. Yeah, because the pandemic year is hard to really gauge life. Like I don't know how we calling years. Yeah, But I did go to that one, and instantly my first thought was, my experience started even before I got to the event. It's like, yo, I'm buying a suit to go see some art. Mm-hmm. Like you feel a little bit better. You stand a little bit tall. Like, okay, let's go here. I ended up buying a piece. I bought like 2 pieces that night. But even still, once you get there, the entire experience, seeing black artists, seeing black consumers, seeing this actual just conglomerate of an experience ran by y'all, hard. Like the hardest thing out.
I always feel like seeing things by people that look like me. You know what I mean? So it doesn't get more better than that because, just to be honest, as a black man in this world, a black creative in this world, I'm often in spaces that I'm the oddball, if you want to call it that, or the minority.
You're the one that they test marking. Like, hey, how does this resonate?
Exactly. Yeah. So to be fulfilled with other people that look like me, to give that opportunity to them, and then the consumers look like me as well, I can't ask for anything more. I just love what we're doing for the art space, and like I said, last year was hard, extremely hard, but we coming back with a vengeance, and look out for us.
And now going back to that space, because we just talked about that conglomerate, right? That organic networking. 2021, you've been on a collaboration run. Mm-hmm. I mean, I seen it. Mm-hmm. How important is collaboration to you as an artist?
It's big, man. I'm really inspired from other people that I don't personally know, but other artists, Natural, Joe Fresh Goods, King Rello, and I look at the things that they're doing, and it all starts from an organic space. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they want to collab with maybe Nike or these big brands. I'm looking to collab with the same person that has the same amount of followers as me. You know what I mean? It has to be a two-way street. I'm not trying to just leech on somebody. I don't want anybody to just leech on me. So if I see the vision looks like my vision, something I truly want to do, because we're truly more powerful as a unit than separate. So bringing my ideas to the table, somebody else to bring their ideas to the table to really collab and create something great. I can't it's nothing better than that. So that was one of my goals that I had for 2021 is to collab, and I'm not looking for those big brand collabs. They come, I'm all for it. Believe me. I ain't trying to miss out
we
on
not
my
we not
bag.
turning y'all away, Mr. Big Bags. Like
Not at all.
we'll work it out.
Not
like
at all,
we'll flip this whole interview.
Exactly. But I'm really looking for the experience,
Yeah.
and I'm really looking to connect with people that I truly can relate to. So that's what this year been about.
All right, so you got a couple things in the works. Collaboration. I ain't gonna make you leak no collaborations. But while you're doing a collaboration, you still haven't given up on your own actual lane and path.
Right.
So, one, how do you balance your own trajectory while collaborating and being on other people's time?
A lot of times you gotta say no. That's the big thing, and
It's hard.
I'm still working on that now because opportunities come your way, and you want to capitalize on it. Honestly, just to pay your bills, but on top of that, you just don't know what an opportunity can bring. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to balance that, and sometimes to balance it, you have to reject some things because a lot of times I'm just one person. You know what I mean? And I'm really looking to build a team, in the near future. But as of now, I have to know that I can't do everything, and that's just what's for me is for me. And just knowing, you have that gut feeling, you feel things out, and no doesn't mean never. You know what I mean? Just maybe mean not right now. So. That's one thing that I've learned that I have to do more is literally just tell people no, because you're going to burn yourself out, and that's the worst thing I feel like you can do because at the end of the day, it's all on you. So if you're not right mentally, if you're not right health-wise, how are you going to, create and be your best self? So you got to be able to find that balance.
And stuff like that, like shout-outs to, like recently Simone Biles, like taking herself out of her competitive sport because she's like, yo, I'm not in the headspace for this.
Exactly.
Like, that works across the board, people. Like you don't have to be working as an athletic Olympic person. Mm-hmm. Any person can just look at their job and say, "This is taxing. Exactly. I need a break." Yep. Do we get that break in corporate? No. That's why we here as creatives. That's why we're trying to figure out how to make this work for ourselves, so that way we can honor those moments in our lives when we're actually saying something, no to something, and so focusing back on you. Right, because you're saying no. The bags is coming left and right. Mm-hmm. You guys say, "Hey, bag, I'll talk to you later." Exactly. But in the meantime, you got this whole experience. I mean, quote me. And is that apparel I see on you? What's up? Talk to me. What you got on?
I'm a represent.
What you got on?
That's nothing new. This is actually my latest, quote from the Quote Me experience. It's basically just a series. I started it last year in the summertime. So I have this text message marketing that I do with, I call them my homies, the consumers, people that support me. And it was a project that I had that I wanted people that, actually support my work all the time to be in on my artwork. So I came out and, just asked them for ideas of quotes that they live by, you know what I mean? And a lot of times with text message marketing, you don't always know who's, texting you. You just know their number. Sometimes if they made a purchase, it can connect the data and stuff. But it was cool knowing that it's random, you know what I mean? And people that text you, you don't know who it is, but they know that they sent in the text. So I'm doing this campaign. I started back in January, but you got to remember, I asked for these things back last summer. Yeah. So when I'm coming out with it, people are like, oh, I did text you. I forgot about that. No, and it's funny because it's like, all right, they going through their text messaging threads and things like that. So I just wanted to get them involved in what I do. And I think it was just a special moment because some of the quotes that I came out with this year, people text me like, I sent you that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, damn, I'm really a part of this experience. And that's what it's all about is it's called an experience because I want you to be on the journey with me. It's not just me, but it's us connecting,
That's a bet. And so with that said, like, I mean, I really thoroughly enjoy this experience. Like from the text messaging marketing aspect, like when you said it's the homie hit you up, I be getting messages. And it's not like Love Nightclub back in the day, like where they like, hey, free before 9, right. Don't wear hats. Like it's like, yo, just checking on you for real. I just dropped a little piece of artwork in these streets, and I just be like, how am I at the checkout counter already? Like it happens so fast. It's so instantaneous, but it's so organic, and I think you've used that word multiple times in this conversation. But it's hard to describe organic, but How have you got that kind of good sense of discernment when it comes to just the things you're putting yourself a part of?
I think a lot of times you just have to, feel the market, know your audience, and that's just from, being in the game, your experience of doing it. So a lot of times you got to think as an artist, you are the brand. Mm-hmm. So it will kind of behoove myself to not be the forefront and be the voice of, what I put out to this world. So a lot of times it's kind of like just me being myself, talking to somebody, and I have to switch it up because a lot of people are always used to those corporate, text messages and those corporate emails, and it's kind of like, okay, let's switch it up a little bit. Let me call you by your first name. Let me say what's up. Let me, relax a little bit.
Right.
And that's really what you have to do to, make people comfortable, and it's not just all about sell. A lot of times I'll promote something for free, and I'll have people sign up for something, or I'll just get ideas for artwork from my audience as well. So it all goes hand in hand, but knowing your audience and being organic, I feel like is the most genuine way you can go about it.
And in honor of organic, I just want to be completely organic and honest with the audience. Like, this show is so dope because things are happening right now. Like, one of our cameras died. Shout outs to Lewis, Caitlin, Brandon, everybody making moves to keep things running while we're producing the show. But it takes that type of energy in the space, right? Because if something wasn't organic and thorough and everything was rigid, it'd be like, yo, you do this. You look around the room, you just see teamwork happening while conversations taking place.
That's how it's supposed to go. Shout outs to the team.
Yeah, I mean, shout out a whole gang in here. A lot happening. But to what you were saying, like that sense and that pull, like everyone labels it something. It could be God, higher calling, spiritual connection. But I like the idea of your truest self, right?
Exactly.
Like, who are you really, and who connects to that part of you? And so you doing that in the network marketing, like, that's why when I get your messages, it's not intrusive. Right. It's never, here we go again. It's not, I meant to stop these text messages, because I opt out mad things. Let me tell you something. I got too many email accounts to be opting into everything. So I love when I see it that way, because every time you drop, I look at it from the perspective of, he did it right.
Right.
And speaking of he did it right, he did it in Urban Outfitters. That was hard. Talk about that just moment in time as a digital artist in a store you probably shopped at or been through. Like, what did that feel like?
It was amazing, and shout out to my guy Nate, a poet named Nate. That's why I go back to collaboration.
What up, Nate?
Exactly. That's why I go back to collaboration, because if we didn't connect on a level before, maybe I didn't get the opportunity. You know what I mean? He was the head of it all to get the creatives in that space for the pop-up shop, and I'm incredibly grateful for him for that. But it's one of those type things where you got to stay ready so you don't got to get ready. Yeah. And it was amazing because you always expect, if you have an event or you have things and you tell people that they're going to show up. You know what I mean? So that's one of those type of things where I'm grateful for, but it's kind of expected, right? But the true amazement comes when it's just strangers, people just walking up. Yeah. Urban Outfitters, everybody knows Urban Outfitters. They get so much love, so much traffic, and I'm setting up my space. It's not even time for showtime yet, and people walking up, oh, is this you? This your shirt? Is this on sale? And I'm saying it was about 7 people before I even set up that came up to buy things from me, and it's one of those things where it's like, all right, if you know, like, I'm not even selling myself yet. I'm not ready. I just have my stuff out there, and it's connecting to them before I'm even having a chance to explain it. Yeah. So when you're put in those spaces, you just want to be sure that you're ready so you don't have to fumble around or have to get ready. So have your product available. Always have, effective, products that speaks to different audiences, because that's the main thing. From just my shirts, from my artwork, from my puzzles, what it's about before you even look at it, or you even not look at it, but before you even do the puzzle, or before you even put it on, just from the colors and the sayings that I have, it just connects and relates to the culture. So that was those type of opportunities where you just always have to be ready, because you never know when it's gonna come. It literally was a week and a half, and he hit me up about it. I'm like, yeah. It wasn't even, you don't even think about it.
Hey, nah, because not a lot of people prepare for that. Like, honestly, a week and a half, like, but some people, And honestly, I'm glad that you said that, because that's also a time where people are like, yo, that's too last minute. Like, nah,
Exactly.
hit me up sooner.
Exactly.
And nothing against anyone who respects their time and their boundaries and their space, but if the opportunity there, what you gonna sit back for? You know what I mean? But speaking of opportunity, time, place, we are at a place, right? I want to talk about this collaboration that you got going on with this show, right? Tell us about this. Please introduce it to the good folks.
So, like I said, this is the year collaboration. My good guy Cook, he hit me up a couple months ago about NFTs. If nobody knows what NFTs are, non-fungible tokens, and they're pretty much taking over in the art world right now. I mean, we have art dealers, Sotheby's, and all these different art houses pretty much taking over and accepting digital art as like fine art. And the main thing that I want creatives to take away from a surface level of NFTs are you're able to gain royalties on the work that you sell. That's never been a thing before, because once it's out your hands, it's out your hands. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a foolproof way of selling your work and connecting it to an audience that it can live forever. And I think that's a major thing. And we have, I don't know how much you want me to give away now.
Hey man, look, what we corporate. We ain't pulled a plug yet. We the ones that say, hey, we can't leak it. We'll figure it out later.
Exactly. So we have a couple of things coming up with the different creators that's on this show. Trading cards.
Yeah. This is the drop week.
Exactly. So trading cards where it's able to live in the digital space on the blockchain, on top of physical trading cards where people are able to use them in real life, because kind of the thing that you want to relate NFT to, it lives in a digital space. So we always have to come out with something that kind of connects them together. So just imagine a creative, Art by J-Law, Cook, have their own trading card. That's something that you probably never seen before, and it's something so creative. And when I have that gut feeling, you know what I mean, I just know it's about to get spooky, bro. It's about to get spooky.
Yo, it's so crazy, and I'm gonna have to jump in on like the excitement hot side real quick, because like honestly, a couple things. This whole creative thing that we do, like this whole talk show, the fact that people don't even get to oftentimes really hear our type of stories unless they go to these mega conferences, right. And people are spending a lot of money for motivation, right? Mm-hmm. Like just to hear someone's story, but like. We creatives literally live in these industries that didn't exist before. Social media used to just be a game. Now there are full-time employees whose sole purpose is to figure out social media. Exactly. So when you recognize that this creative space brings not only revenue but opportunity to be your best selves, you want to find out more about them. Exactly. So these trading cards that are about to drop, bruh, we about to go dumb. Exactly. And I would like to say, I don't even know. I'm going to look at the camera that got both of us on it, because I need y'all to see this, and I need y'all to also understand. Shout outs to my guy Cliff, first and foremost, yes, all right? Because he getting us right on the back end on the NFT side. When you reach out to the whole cooking the late night time, let me tell you something. He going to be the one that's going to set you straight if you try and get right in this NFT space. In terms of what we're doing in these creative real cards, it's the LeBron James card, his rookie card. Like you can get this J-Law rookie card, because I'm telling you, this price gonna go up on his rookie card. This one alone, I'm cashing out on. And with that in mind,
but if you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, I need less humble law. We need less humble law, because he definitely the guy that come in. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet him. But nah, bro, like I genuinely just appreciate, what you've done and how you built out this community, right. this network. Always know, like, your number pop on my phone. Literally 1 a.m, I know I owe you something offline. Law hit me. What's up? Like he the only one that can text me at 1 a.m, and I get no radar alerts on any parts of my life.
I sit there, test. I'm like, hold on, I'm tripping. I'm really in creative mode right now. I need something. I'm like, bro, you got this file that I need. I'm like, wait, it's 1 a.m.
On my head. Hey, Cook, what's up with that file? Damn, dog, I got you. I mean, I get it to you. I don't want no problems, but with all this conversation, man, and it's just been genuinely a great talk with you, bro. Always. I have to ask with anyone that's on this platform, and you rehearsed this a couple times, so I feel like you got a little bit of advantage, but What does legacy mean to you, Brody?
It always evolves and always changes because we're always, changing as people. You know what I mean? So what I might have said last year changes now, but a lot of times legacy is just not what I've done, you know what I mean, once I'm gone, but what I have done to affect the next person. You know what I mean? So it's not so much just my artwork living on the walls when I'm not here, but what does the person that's looking at that artwork, what does it do for them? And then they'll transfer that to the next person, and then they'll say something to the next person. So it's kind of like a domino effect. And through my experiences, through my ideologies, the conversations that I have with people, I just hope that they're able to pass that on to the next person, because like I said, when you tell somebody something and it just ends there, I mean, not saying what was the point, but you just always want to pass it on to the next person. So legacy for me is just always passing the buck to the next person, from my artwork to my rollouts to how you feel about my work, the psychological aspect of it. And that's just how I wanted to be once I'm not here. You feel me?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to give his full government, but J-Law. If you know, you know. Man, I appreciate you tremendously, bro. I think that for me, any digital artist that's out there, I hope they understand the one, follow that thread of inspiration. Mm-hmm. If you find yourself applying yourself to an industry or a lane that's not fueling you, figure out what does, because there is ways to monetize the things that fuel you. Exactly. And then beyond that, and being organic with yourself, being open to actually to collaborate and network outside of it, because inspiration comes from other places too. Exactly. You just because you're not a rapper doesn't mean that you're not inspired by music. Mm-hmm. When you singing them lyrics in your song, whatever profession you apply it towards, it resonates with you. So as a creative, you got to be able to accept that part of yourself and bring it to the table. So with that said, man, thank you again for coming on to the show. We're gonna get ready to, please let the people know where they can follow you, how they can support you. Give it to them.
Everything is Art by J-Law, ARTBYJLAW _ on all platforms, and then my website artbyjlaw.com. Check me out, shop with me, talk to me. You know what I mean? I'm always down for good conversation, especially artists, creatives. Like, it's something out here for us to build, so now why not do it together? So I appreciate you, Cook. Always love, bro.
Always, man. And shout outs to you for getting your handle on all platforms. That'd be hard these days. Hard to come by, But with that said, we're going to get ready to go to our cooking up guest. Dupont Brass got their song Drippin' coming out right now. Check out Dupont Brass.
Hey. Funny how I woke up feeling like I'm Sleepy Brown. So fresh, so clean, you can throw dirt on my name, won't keep me down. So proud of myself, wish the old me could see me now. Turn heads every time I be around, because I'm trippin'. I ain't like these other human beings, but I'm different. I got love for me, don't feel the same, you must be trippin'. And my whole team on 100, nigga. I ain't Chris Brown, but the bag better run it. Never giving up on my dreams, cause I want it on. Every beat I'm ripping, hot five straight spitting, every live show hitting, gig money, I'm getting my dreams, I'm living every day, I'm tripping from my head way down to my shoes. I feel way too fly, you can't kill my mood. My trip is a vibe, you can't steal my groove. As long as I'm alive, that's what I'ma do. Dripping from my head way down to my shoes. I feel way too fly, you can't kill my mood. My drip is a vibe, you can't steal my groove. As long as I'm alive, that's what I'ma do. Drip. Late night up before the first day of school, and boy, I'm trippin'. Mad cause I ain't got no J's or Nikes. Yeah, boy, I'm slippin' into my husky pants with the tall tee. No, it ain't fitting. Straight cornrows with no line up. Yeah, hell no, that shit ain't hitting. Now I'm sippin' on the sauce, cause yeah, my nigga, I'm drippin'. Got more J's than I can count, praise the Lord. No more pippin'. This was written that I be the freshest alive. Yeah, I'm shittin' on the competition. And oh my gosh, flipping the chicken, no free base, but we making crack music up dripping from my head way down to my shoes. I feel way too fly, you can't kill my mood. My drip is a vibe, you can't steal my groove. As long as I'm alive, that's what I'ma do. Dripping from my head way down to my shoes. I feel way too fly, you can't kill my mood. My drip is a vibe, you can't steal my groove. As long as I'm alive, that's what I'ma do. Dripping from my head way down to my shoes. I feel way too fly, you can't kill my mood. My drip is a vibe, you can't steal my groove. As long as I'm alive, that's what I'ma do. Dripping from my head way down to my shoes. I feel way too fly, you can't kill my mood. My drip is a vibe, you can't steal my groove. As long as I'm alive, that's what I'ma do.
Thank you, Dupont Brass, for that great video performance. Hey, I gotta come see y'all in the city sometime for sure. Now we gonna go tap over to my guy Brian Lamont to tell y'all about this drip. Hold on, let me. No, y'all ain't even see. I was out here today. Brian, what you got me in today, man? How I'm looking? Talk to me.
What's up, everyone? It's the Style Corner with Brian Lamont, personal shopper and wardrobe stylist. So this was not planned at all. I already had my outfits planned, but J-Law and Cook, they had on identical shirts, right? The tie-dye vibe going on. So I kept it with last week. So we had the 90s, 80s vibe going on. Still the same vibe today. I don't know what it was this week. But when I walked into the stores, I was like, this will look good for J-Law because he's so creative. So I had to play with colors. So tie-dye is definitely in season. It's always been in season. So think about Kid and Play, crisscross, like that era with aqua tones and different like bucket hats. As you can tell right here, I can't wear bucket hats because it make me look crazy, but Cook can wear it. So we'll have him the outfit in that next time, right? So I'll leave you with a tip. Summer styles are wearing off right now, but I love oversized clothing. So as you can tell, like I love black, but like it's an oversized tee. You can wear oversized tees, oversized jackets, oversized hoodies, even oversized pants. So keep that tip in mind when you're transitioning to the fall. Now we're back to Cook.
So with that said, man, another great episode of Cooking in Late Night. Thank you to all my creators for tapped in. Thank you to my special guest, J-Law, for pulling up. Look, if you are a digital artist or if you know of a digital artist, make sure they watch this episode because this has nothing but gems for them, nothing but resources. They can tap in with J-Law or they can tap in with Creatively Mindful. So make sure you pass this along to creative because the opportunities never come around like this too much, right? With that said, thank you again to Dupont Brass for the music video. Y'all boys are out here killing it. I can't wait to come and check y'all out in person real soon. My guy Brian Lamont with the Style and Profile. You guys, thank you for watching every Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock right here on the J Hill Network. Good morning to all my creators. Stay cooking.
We never come forward and say we don't need capital.
9 o'clock on the dot, no you should tap me. Here for an hour, I promise this talk is heavy. I'm cooking, just get it started, don't go asking if it's ready. As I told you that we was cooking, this compliments to the chef, let's go.